You know what? The month of February is such an important month for African Americans, Africans on the diaspora, and the Africans on the continent. Now, as you ask, why allocate a whole month to celebrate Black history, right? Well, it's very important to the people of African descent because it creates a platform to have such a discussion, the discussion we're having right now, and talk about the injustices that people of African descent have faced throughout the years, including the legacy of slavery and colonialism. And this can lead to, greater understanding and empathy between communities here on the continent and also on the diaspora and basically across the whole globe. You know what? The month we are seeing all kinds of events being played out here in the United States and around the world, right? And they highlighting African history, African culture, the Africans' rich heritage. And this kind of also help Africans, people of African descent, to reconnect with their African heritage and also, take pride with their identity.
And Nana, there is an influx of African Americans moving to Africa, whether they're visiting or even settling, relocating there. What do you see as the impact of this movement of people?
Oh, you know what? They have a great impact on the continent. According to the United Nations, more than 200 million people identifying themselves as of African descent live just in the Americas. And many more millions of people live in places outside Africa. So you can imagine, if these people are moving to the continent, they're taking with them a vast variety of knowledge, expertise, labor skills, capital, investment, and they're actually establishing businesses on the continent, which is basically stimulating and growing the economy on the continent, right? And also they help with the development of the continent. So they are investing, they are sharing their knowledge, they are building, they're building the businesses. But one thing, Linord, is also they play a key role in the political landscape on the continent because they've been exposed to different political systems, right, around the world. So they are able to advocate for good governance and actually hold African leaders accountable and responsible for their actions and initiatives.
And relocating can be very complex no matter where it is. What do you see as some of the challenges that they are facing, and maybe how can people locally can help in this process?
You know what? They face a variety of challenges. One is the integration, right? Imagine you've lived outside and abroad for many years and you are relocating to Africa. They have their way of living, their culture, their tradition. And so most of African Americans and diaspora Africans sometimes struggle integrating with the communities, especially with communities that they do not know much about it. They also find themselves difficulties with navigating the bureaucracy systems in Africa and the governance. There's corruption also in Africa. So they find them that those kind of things hinder the ability to establish businesses that I did mention before, or even be able to contribute to the society as much as they would have loved to do that. And also when it comes to development, there's different traditions. So they struggle with adjusting with the local Africans and coming together or collaborating to set up these businesses and boost the economy.